Hi and welcome to the Player YouTube, and today we're going to be talking about the Honda CRV to be precise. Before I go there, I want to mention about a competition that we're going to be running. It runs to the 31st of March 2018, so if you're watching this in 2021, don't enter because it's all over and done with. It's a simple competition and it's very simple for you guys to be involved and to stand a chance of winning. All you have to do is subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, don't worry, use another email or recreate an email. It's very simple. The prize. How about a day in a top supercar with me and the crew filming a lovely bit of lunch, and we're not going to go somewhere cheap and cheerful. Trust me, you're with the player. We go to somewhere very swanky. But it's not all about the lunch, it's about the car we're going to be driving and the experience that you're going to have. So hopefully you're going to enter. And I'll pick someone at random at the end of March, and by the first week of April we'll announce it on YouTube, and whoever wins it, hopefully we'll get you on YouTube saying, thumbs up guys, the player took me out for a fantastic day. That's enough of the competition. Let's talk about the Honda CRV. And in its lovely guise here, it's in Honda red, but a rather dirty Honda red. And there's a reason for that, because when the kind man who came from Honda delivered it, he then told me it was an all-wheel drive. What are you going to do? I mean, it was red Honda to the ball, so to speak. I had to take it out and test it, and you'll see later on in this video exactly what we did do with this car, because it is quite stunning how it performs when it is off-road. I was really shocked. The car itself comes with lovely 18-inch alloys. This is top of the range, obviously. There are three different engine variations. There's a 2-litre VTEC, which develops 155 brake horsepower. There is a 1.6i DTEC, which is probably more geared towards the two-wheel drive variant of this car, which has 120 brake horsepower. And then there is this one, which is the 1.6i DTEC, which is 160 brake horsepower. Needs that extra bit of grunt because obviously being all-wheel drive, you are going to end up using that extra power. The car itself, this one is absolutely fully loaded, and it comes in around £35,500. Don't want you wincing there, because when you see around this car and what you actually get for the money is stunning, because this car really does come fully loaded on the top end. There are 4 different variations on the actual trim levels and what's actually inside the car. You'll have to check that out. Base rate on the road, £23,000 for the two-wheel drive, and that, I believe, is the petrol engine. Check it out. If you look up here, there's some finance options starting from around £325 a month, which isn't bad for a car like this. Let's get in the car, let's get around the car and get it out on the road, and as I promised, you'll see it in action, all-wheel drive, while we're doing it. Catch you in a minute. Round at the back of the CRV, it's got an electronic tail lift, which is great. It's just a little catch under here and it'll pop up for us. Now this is where life starts to get pretty special. When you own a CRV, you're obviously going to be somebody who needs a bit of boot space, and this just comes with everything. It's just shy of 600 litres in that area alone. But let me show you something else. So we need to remove the parcel shelf, which I'm going to do with one hand, which is very unusual. Now Honda have thought of something here as well, which is so practical. They've got a little place down here at the bottom where you can just pop this almost flat like that and it won't move around. So that's handy. But the reason I'm getting excited, because I love doing this, it's so fabulous. Watch how we double the boot size. We pull one lever there, down they go. We pull another lever here, down it goes. Check out the size of that boot. It's unbelievable. I'm going to show you how big it is. I'm going to sit over here like this. I'm going to climb in quite easily. That's what I call boot space. You could sleep in here. Here at the back of the car, it couldn't be better. When you see this, the doors actually open to 90 degrees, which is fantastic for ease of access. Older people, young kids, getting the baby seat in and out. It's absolutely superb. Well done, Honda. But life gets better when you get inside, because check out the knee room. It's unbelievable. And the height here in the ceiling, it's amazing. Massive, great panoramic roof as well. And the good thing, which I did notice when you're sat in the back here, You're slightly higher at the front, but the windows themselves are at a great height, even for kids to be able to look out, look ahead with the roof, everything. This is going to cut down on the amount of children that go, Dad, I feel sick, Dad, oh, I've got car sickness. So I think this is really well thought out. Another good thing, I'll just show the other two bits in here. It's got 3 very, very nicely proportioned seats, so you can easily get 3 people in the back here. This is a great centre seat. And another good thing, the floor is completely flat, so you don't have to straddle the centre section like you do in most cars. It's quite amazing how they've managed to do that, considering this is an all-wheel drive, so it must have something going under there, but they've managed to hide it all. In the centre here, when you're not using the middle seat, you've got a lovely armrest. It's big, it's thick, and it's nice and soft, so you can put your arm on it. 2 cup holders here. You've got individual settings for the heating here. All in all, this car is really stacking up to be something else. So let's get in the front and have a look what's on offer from the electronic side of Honda. Up front in the Honda CRV, there's loads of bits and pieces. Let's start with the center console here. And inside we've got a lovely large box, and we have a 12-volt power outlet, 2 USB chargers, and the little lines here where you put your cable through means it doesn't snag when you put the top down. There's an HDMI lead as well, so if you want to pump in some video or DVD, whatever you want, you can run it straight through there as well. You've got a very large adaptable double cup holder situation here. We've got somewhere to put your Android or your iPhone. We've then got the heated front seats, which are fantastic. Another 12-volt power adapter there. This particular car is the manual, and I think the position of the gearbox and the actual gear change is absolutely fantastic. The automatic has a rather funny flappy paddle thing, which never mind, it's just one of those things. Much prefer the manual one, and it's got a great gearbox on it. It's a 6-speed. It's got a Garmin system to use for the navigation, which is absolutely brilliant. Heating controls, very, very simple. We've got individual, we've got synced up. Just push the button there, that syncs the two. It's all very, very nicely laid out. Lovely dashboard here with the visibility, perfect through the steering wheel. All your lights are on that stick, and then all your wipers are on that stick, as you would expect. Steering wheel itself, so we can move around to the menu from here. We've got the source here, which will dictate what we're actually deciding to use and change around using the steering wheel. The only thing I did notice, to operate the cruise control, they put a button here that says main, and it took me quite a while to work out where you turn on and off the cruise control, and it's called main. I suppose cruise control is just too long to get on such a little button, but I'm sure they could have thought of another word. You've got a separate screen up at the top here, and that's your clock, your radio, and other things that changes, so I can move across. DAB radio, all fitted. Yeah, it really is all singing and dancing. So to be honest, we need to get it out on the road, because you guys need to see what an all-wheel drive Honda CRV goes like. Let's do it, guys. One of the best things about the Honda CRV is the fact that when you're in bad weather or cutting across roads with water, as you can see here, it's simply phenomenal on the grip. No matter what terrain you're going for, it just seems to grab the road and suck it up through the tyres. You can probably hear all the water. Pretty phenomenal for a car that wasn't designed to do this. Behind the wheel of the Honda CRV, it really doesn't disappoint. It's a little bit heavy on the front wheels, but then that's only to be expected because it is an all-wheel drive car. We're currently averaging about 37.2 to the gallon, which doesn't match up to Honda specifications, but that would be a little unfair to say, as we've been doing a lot of urban driving. I'm now out on the road and I'm expecting that to rise up to the 54.2, which is what Honda recommend it will do. Comfortable seating position, nice and high, plenty of view and no blind spots, which is wonderful. Having driven it in the water and the rain and the off-roady bit that you saw earlier, it's a welcome change to actually be out on a road where it's smooth and you get a good feel for it. Sound wise, it's very quiet. It's a super driving car.
Thoroughly enjoying it. Gearbox is good, great position as I said when we were talking about the interior part. Don't forget, if you like what you watch, give us a good thumbs up because that's what we love. And at the beginning of the video I mentioned about the competition that's going on to the 31st of March, so don't forget, subscribe and you'll get your name in the hat for that entry. Thanks for watching. I look forward to catching you next time. Oh my God!